things Nintendo could do, it wouldn't cost that much, it wouldn't be that difficult to do, that could make Nintendo a lot of money and they simply refuse to do. Guys, I need you to, like, if any of you are affiliated with Nintendo or can communicate with Nintendo, go suggest some of these ideas. But this was what I want you to suggest the most. Bringing back Game & Watch. No, I'm just thinking. Game & Watch was pretty profitable for Nintendo. But modern day audiences might not find it that great, but retro fans will be all freaking over it. Now, this is my idea. You can make miniaturized handhelds that you could buy separately. There'll be like little collectibles that you could actually play on. You can play the original games. And LCD technology is very easy to come by. Like, it's really easy and simple to make. So all they would have to do really is make that. Make them like $3 to $5, maybe $5 to $6 if you really want to push the envelope as to, you know, how much you could charge for it. And it's not that hard of an idea. And it really sounds like something that people like me and many other retro fans would enjoy. And I find it to be really fun. I know what you're thinking. But Nintendo has already remade their Game & Watch games. For the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, and 3DS. Well, you know, you couldn't just grab the original console, but you could always just buy them on eBay for a few dollars. And yes, I realize that, but that takes time. Why not just be able to drive out to your local GameStop and be able to buy a Game & Watch console for relatively cheap and not very outdated? And there's a chance it might actually still work. Because these things, these LCD technology, it can last a while, but it's not going to last forever. And most of the Game Boy Game & Watch consoles now that you can find on eBay nowadays are actually broken. So, yeah. Take that how you will. So, as you can in fact hear from me, it doesn't exactly work that well. So, why not just be able to go get it? A relatively cheap miniature Game & Watch console, which you can start your own little collection of. And it's a really profitable idea. Sure, they may be cheap, but they still sell like thousands of them. And most people aren't planning on making an entire mobile app based around Game & Watch. I mean, that seems like something that Nintendo, who owns the rights to Game & Watch, would do. I mean, we've already got Mr. Game & Watch and Smash. It's inevitable Nintendo will think of this idea. It'll be freaking revolutionary. Or once again, if you are associated with Nintendo and can speak with them, you can go do it and start that idea. Next up is simply partnering with more indie developers. I mean, like, really partnering up. Like, giving them the rights to make a Mario game. Like, say, I would like to see a Mario game that Devolver Digital helped with. Because they have been a great company. I'd love to see them make a Mario game and their take on the Mario series. I mean, I want to see what they would do if they got to make a Mario game. But Nintendo is holding the IP way too close. Like, they're keeping it away from the rest of the world. And it probably wouldn't be that expensive to just hire an indie developer. Like Toby Fox, you could bring Toby Fox in and have him, you know, like, as an associate. That would be cool. I would love to see Toby Fox make a game for Nintendo. I would love to see the next game be a Mario Undertale crossover for whatever reason. I don't know, that's just my imagination. I just kind of want to see that, not gonna lie. Sounds like a cool idea. Could work for the better of the series. For the better of both series. Also, yeah. Yeah. Well, let's move on to something a few other companies could do to improve. EA. It's hopeless for EA. Guys, don't, if anybody works for EA, don't suggest these ideas to them. You might get fired. Not using loot boxes, not putting battle passes in games, not making really cheap, quote-unquote, surprise mechanics. Not throwing in-app purchases. Not putting unskippable ads in your games. suggest any of these ideas to EA, and you might get freaking fired if you work at EA. And if you don't, EA might just ban your account from whatever game it is that you're suggesting they take the loot boxes out of. Because EA is a greedy, money-hungry company. And they will go bankrupt, because people will stop buying their games after a while. Next up is Activision. Activision, get your freaking act together. Get your freaking act together. And maybe don't, make really bad and cheap games like Skylanders. I'm glad Skylanders is dead. I really am. Making a mockery of other series by putting those characters into Skylanders. I mean, yeah. Bring back old series that you have the rights to that people love, such as Crash Bandicoot, Spyro. Oh wait, they did that already. But I would love to see Pitfall 3. I'd love to see a Pitfall reboot for the Switch. Make it happen, Activision. Remake some of your classic franchises for the Atari. Bring them to the modern age. The golden age of gaming is here, and I would love to see Pitfall join in with the cesspool of amazing classic franchises brought back. Also, Bethesda, you don't have to do much. Just try not to mess up any more franchises. You already ruined Commander Keen. You already screwed Commander Keen up for everybody. Seriously, that mobile game does not look too great. Not looking too great. And, you really messed it up You dropped the ball this time. Hey, but nobody has ever dropped the ball as hard as EA has. Let's see, who else has been making a few mess-ups recently? I think that's it, actually. Made relatively... Mobile rip-offs of Fortnite. Pfft. Stop ripping off Fortnite. Be original. Let's see what else we have for people who've been messing up in the gaming world today. Industry. There must be more. Licensed games. Companies who make licensed games. Get your act together. Stop making licensed games. Licensed games are trash. Unless you're related to an anime in some way, in which case you do in fact have potential. That, or you're based on the Final Fantasy movie, in which case you're instantly dead. I can't really think of anything else. There's not really much more going on in the world of gaming. There must be more, right? They've really covered all the most violent, dangerous companies aside of Nintendo. You're neither of those things. Activision and EA are the ones who need to get their freaking act together hard. Because they are not doing a good job. Everybody else, though, seems to be doing a pretty good job. Let's move on to mobile companies. Supercell. No. Why must you make such local and common games? You're doing a good job. And mobile companies. Oh yeah, all those mobile companies who develop bootlegs. Stop, please. You're only hurting everyone else. People who make games with viruses. Stop it. Get some help. People who make games about cyberbullying. The best advice I have for cyberbullies is to love your mother. Okay, no. That was a meme. That was a meme reference. Sorry, I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. There must be more. Surely there must be more screw-ups in the world of gaming nowadays. Like there can't. Surely there must be freaking more. There can't be like surely. I don't know. There has to be more. Like the gaming world can't be perfect aside from that. I don't know. This video's been all over the place. Wait, what? So, E.